Is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans. On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Check. Watch safety.
On the option, they go with Johnson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Second and 11. Handoff comes to Peterson. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This will be a jet sweep to Crowder.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Lindsay. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Wilson. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They give it to Peterson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And, oh, this is Peterson remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Here's Johnson going to get the handoff.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Flacco. And this one is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Man open. Here is Jones. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw.
That goes out wide to Murray.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
He completes it to Tate. A gain of 6 there on first. On 2nd down and 4. Flacco to the right side, complete to Miller. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
Ross Blacklock on the tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. They'll find Lindsey here. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson going for Burton, and he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Lindsey. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll go with a big back. This is Olawale. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jameis Olawale, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack, That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating off play action, Flacco.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Flacco.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Flacco. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Flacco. He finds his man, complete. It's Murray. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Wilson now off the bootleg. He's got Burton here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Gurley again.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Airing one out for Crowder. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Lindsey. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Gurley. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gurley again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Flacco. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Here's Flacco. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Rush in.
Flacco off play action.
Got a man. It's Collins complete. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Let's go.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Wilson.
They'll get this out to Gurley.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On second down, it's Lindsey. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Phillip Lindsay,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Looking downfield for Jones.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flacco.
He'll complete this one to Collins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Flacco from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48. And he breaks. They've been suffocating.
Athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
No return here for QT, so this will come out to the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
From the gun is Strebler.
That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Now it's Flacco. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Play action. Flacco. Forced out to his left. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster.
Well, this has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
On play action, Strebler.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Room here to run. run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
79 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
58's the money. 58's the money. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Ready.
Here's Lindsey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they will take a knee here. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And they'll indeed take a knee. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately,